Let's move to migration, which, in my opinion, is out of whack with the needs of existing Australians. New figures show that Australia is adding 1,361 people every single day. Through 2022, our population swelled by a record 497,000 people. Meanwhile, opposition leader Peter Dutton has warned that mass migration is making life harder for working people who are flat out finding a rental property or breaking into buying in the property market. James, you've been talking about this for years. How can the Albanese government take in record numbers of migrants when our major cities face a full-blown housing crisis?
Well, Pauline Hanson's been talking about this for over 30 years, and it has all come to fruition. And I'm not going to let you off lightly, Amanda. You were a part of that government back in 22 that also was part of the problem. So it's a coalition Labor issue. You both are responsible for the issue that we have here of just mass migration.
The numbers are very different,
The Labor and Liberal
James.
Party have... You're not going to get away with it, Amanda. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wear this. It's egg on everybody's face, from Labor and Liberal.
The numbers are very different.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to let you off lightly here. You got to wear it.
They've just exploded the problem is, though, since
Labor had an opportunity. Labor had an opportunity to peel this back, and they haven't. In fact, they've only said they're going to increase it over time. And I'm sorry, the Australian people are sick to death of this. So it's all well and good for Peter Dutton and yourself and others within the Liberal Party to now whinge about it, but you're part of the problem. So own up to it and realise now as Australians, we've got to say enough's enough. Let's look after the people that we've got here now. I know the Greens are banging on about building 30,000 homes for low socio-economic people in this country. It's never going to be enough. At the rate we're going, we're allowing too many people into this country and we are just failing.
I'll agree with you on the rate we're currently going, but there is a happy medium, I think, between bringing people who want to be in this country and contributing to it in balance with the infrastructure that's needed for our community. Luke, how can Australia keep bringing in so many migrants year after year? Is it being done to artificially boost economic growth, to increase the number of taxpayers? Is it to keep wages down? What's the motive here, and when will enough be enough?
Wow, James, how many angry pills today, my friend? Whoa! I tell you what they've done.
It's been a long week, Luke.
It's out of control. Look, I concede that the Morrison government certainly brought lots of people in, but we're talking about a record here. We're talking about, I think it's a 10-year high here, and it's ridiculous in the middle of certainly a rental crisis. Are they bringing it in to get a better economic outlook? More spenders, as you say, more taxpayers? Quite likely. Are they doing to reduce wages? No, because, they want to be the champion of increasing wages, and that's a problem because the more workers you've got here, the more workers that are available, so that's got a down pressure on wages, so that doesn't make sense. I think someone's believed the skill shortage thing. I ask about it all the time, Amanda. What skill and how many? And the minute you ask that, everyone and lots. There's no specific answer. So it's out of control. It's stupid. It affects decent, hard-working taxpayers. People that are renting are copping it in the neck. And it's just bloody wrong.
And there's a small cohort of Australians that we don't want to talk about who simply refuse to work too. James, finally, let me take this one to you. Yesterday, opposition leader in Queensland, David Crisafulli, outlined his vision for the Sunshine State in an hour-long budget reply speech. He said an LNP state government would release real-time health data, waive the cost of replacement of driver's licences for victims of crime, and redirect the housing fund to focus on new homes. He also said he wants to rebuild trust in government and redirect money from the big four consulting firms and empower the public service to do its job like never before. James, what's your take on this vision for Queensland?
Well, David Crisafulli is going to need like-minded, conservative minor parties to help him get to government if he wants to be the Premier of Queensland. Look, I know it's early days. I know his response is it's sound. He's got a long way to go. But the one thing I'd say to the LNP, it cannot be just David Crisafulli doing all the hard work. I don't see the Liberal National Party hungry enough in this state to want government. You want government, David? Get the rest of your people on the same hard-working level as you. Otherwise, you ain't going to win, mate.
It's absolutely true that a win takes a united team working bloody hard. Luke and James, thank you very much for your time tonight. I very much appreciate it.